Are you tired of being a digital nobody, a ghost in the machine, a whisper in the hurricane of online interaction? I'm here to tell you that the days of digital insignificance are over. We are embarking on a journey, a transformation of epic proportions. We're going to forge you into a digital gladiator, a texting titan, a master of the modern mating dance. Forget everything you think you know about communication, about connection, about attraction. This is not about polite conversation or timid approaches. This is about raw, primal power unleashed through the keyboard. This is about domination. This is about seizing what you desire, about commanding attention, about becoming unforgettable. Imagine, for a moment, the sheer power of wielding words like weapons. Picture yourself crafting messages so compelling, so magnetic, that they cannot be ignored. Envision the intoxicating rush of controlling the flow of conversation, of leading interactions exactly where you want them to go. This is the reality we are about to create. Prepare to have your reality shattered. I'm not going to offer you gentle suggestions or polite tips. I'm going to give you the brutal, unvarnished truth about how to thrive in the digital realm. We will dismantle your limiting beliefs, expose the weaknesses in your current approach, and rebuild you from the ground up. We'll delve into the psychology of influence, the art of seduction, and the science of unwavering self-belief. We're going to dissect successful interactions, analyze catastrophic failures, and extract every ounce of wisdom to forge your ultimate strategy. I am giving you the absolute and utter understanding of a whole new level of communication. This isn't just about getting a date, getting a reply, or getting a fleeting moment of attention. This is about transforming yourself into a force of nature, a digital entity that commands respect, desire, and absolute obedience. It is going to be a complete revolution of your social interactions. It's about becoming the architect of your own digital destiny. Are you ready to embrace the power within? Are you ready to become a legend? Because the new world is here, unveiling the mindset of a digital conqueror. First, let's be brutally honest. Obliterate that pathetic nice guy facade. Do you really think that simpering, approval-seeking behavior gets you anywhere? Absolutely not. Women, men, the entire world, nobody respects a spineless doormat. This isn't about being a jerk. It's about radiating genuine, unapologetic confidence. It is about projecting unwavering strength, because that is what resonates deep within the primal core of every human being. We're going to dive deep, I mean really deep, into the psychology of attraction. Forget the politically correct nonsense you've been fed. We're talking about the raw, unadulterated truth. We will dissect the subtle, yet overwhelmingly powerful, art of conveying dominance, value, and scarcity, and achieving this entirely through the text medium. This might sound like some mystical secret, but it is pure and simple psychology. How, you ask? How can you possibly project such a commanding presence through mere words on a screen? Let me break it down with laser-like precision, using the power of my word. Decisive language, total annihilation of weakness. How many times you see messages plagued with maybe, I think, perhaps, I'm not sure. These are the verbal equivalents of a limp handshake, a flickering candle in a hurricane. Banish them from your vocabulary. Replace that wishy-washy garbage with the ironclad certainty of I will, I know, I am certain, and it is decided. Every text you send should exude unwavering conviction. For example, instead of maybe we could hang out sometime, try I'm going to be at that new speakeasy downtown on Friday. Join me. See the difference. One is a question begging for validation. The other is a statement of intent, an invitation extended from a position of power. Framing. Master the art of narrative control. Stop reacting. Start acting. Are you a passive responder, pathetically reacting to every stimulus like a lab rat in an experiment? Or are you the master of your own digital domain, the architect of every interaction? Framing is about seizing control of the narrative. It's about subtly, yet decisively, establishing yourself as the prize, the one to be pursued. For instance, if someone asks, "What are you up to?" don't just give a boring, factual account of your day. Instead, craft a response that implies high value and an interesting life, such as just wrapped up a meeting with some investors. Now I'm heading to a private art showing. Even if that meeting was with your uncle about a loan and the art show is on your computer, it is about perception, not necessarily reality. Storytelling, the weapon of subtle seduction. Forget endless, rambling monologues about your life. Nobody cares, honestly. Master the art of crafting compelling, brief narratives that display high value and fascinating life experiences. These aren't blatant boasts, they're carefully constructed glimpses into a life that is clearly above the ordinary. Think of it as dropping breadcrumbs of intrigue, enticing the other person to want to know more. Example, just got back from a spontaneous weekend trip to the coast. Saw the most incredible sunset while surfing. Reminded me of that time in Bali. This sparks curiosity. It hints at adventure, spontaneity, and worldly experience, all without explicitly bragging. This shows a life of excitement. High-impact vocabulary, elevate your verbal game. Words are your weapons in the digital battlefield, and using weak pedestrian language is like going into battle with a rusty butter knife. Replace the mundane with the magnificent. Banish good and replace it with superb, phenomenal, remarkable, or even transcendent. Instead of like, use adore, relish, or find captivating. The point is to stand out, to create a linguistic tapestry that is so vibrant, so compelling that it commands attention. Think of every text as a performance, a chance to showcase your verbal dexterity and intellectual prowess. Your word is your power, and your power defines who you are. Mastering the textual arsenal, strategies for unrivaled engagement. Forget polite greetings. Forget asking, "How was your day?" Do you want to be forgotten? Or do you want to be a force? We're here to forge weapons-grade opening messages, texts so compelling they'll seize attention like a vice. I'm not talking about cheap tricks. I'm talking about understanding the primal psychology of intrigue. Prepare to have your mind blown. The irresistible intrigue, crafting opening messages that demand a response, what makes a woman, a man, anyone instantly captivated. It's not your profile picture, though it certainly helps. It is the unexpected. It's the challenge. It's the hint of something more. Consider these absolutely crucial core principles. 1. The pattern interrupt. The human brain is a pattern recognition machine. We are constantly bombarded with the mundane, the predictable. To truly grab attention, you must shatter that pattern. Instead of "hey," try something that jolts them out of their autopilot response. Example, I just saw something that made me think of you, and it involved a runaway llama. What? Instant curiosity. The llama is irrelevant, it is to spark the intrigue. 2. The bold statement question. Don't be afraid to be provocative. Not offensive, but challenging. A question that forces them to think, to engage, is infinitely more powerful than a passive greeting. Example, quick question. What's the most adventurous thing you've done in the past month? This reveals their adventurous spirit or lack thereof and compels a response. 3. The personalized observation. If you've gleaned anything from their profile, a hobby, a quote, a photo, use it. This demonstrates you're not just blasting out generic messages. Example, that photo of you hiking in Yosemite. Did you make it to the top of Half Dome? Shows you're attentive, and it's a specific, engaging question. If they have no interests, do not interact. 4. The playful tease. Light, witty teasing can create instant rapport and attraction. It shows confidence and a sense of humor. Example, your profile says you're a coffee addict. I'm guessing that's an understatement. It's playful, engaging, and invites a response. 5. The anti-compliment. This the most high level. Say their main picture is gorgeous. Everyone has already complimented it. Ignore that picture and find another, perhaps less flattering, and compliment a detail within that image. For example, if there is another picture in the profile, less curated than the first and maybe is with a dog, say, "I absolutely loved your dog. It is a majestic creature." You stand out by not being drawn at first to physical beauty. You dig deeper, conquering the conversational flow. From initial spark to controlled burn, getting the response is just the first battle. Maintaining control, escalating the interaction, and building that crucial tension, that's where mastery lies. Now let's dissect the techniques that will turn you from a digital novice into a textual virtuoso. Strategic response times, the dance of availability and desire. Do not, I repeat, do not respond instantly every time. This screams desperation. Create a perception of a busy, fulfilling life. Vary your response times. Sometimes quick, sometimes delayed. This keeps them guessing and, crucially, invests them more. Think of it as a strategic game of cat and mouse. You're the cat, of course. The art of the calculated cliffhanger. End some of your messages with a hint of something more to come. This creates anticipation and ensures they'll be eagerly awaiting your next text. Example, and that's when things got really interesting. I'll tell you about it later. This plants a seed of curiosity that will bloom into their next response. It is devious. Humor as a weapon, the power of laughter and shared amusement. Humor is a powerful tool for building rapport and attraction. But it's not about telling jokes. It's about weaving witty observations, playful teasing, and shared amusement into the conversation. Self-deprecating humor, used sparingly, can also be disarming. Emotional stimulation, positive and negative. The roller coaster of connection. Don't be afraid to evoke a range of emotions. Positive emotions, like excitement and joy, are crucial. But strategically deployed negative emotions, like playful jealousy or a slight challenge, can also deepen the connection. The key is to keep them on their toes, never knowing quite what to expect. Subcommunication and implication, the art of saying more with less. Master the art of implying things without explicitly stating them. This creates intrigue and allows you to convey high value and desirability subtly. Example, instead of saying I'm successful, say, my work keeps me incredibly busy, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Implies success without bragging. Real text analysis. Learning from victories and avoiding catastrophes, we will now analyze real-world examples. Prepare to witness both breathtaking successes and cringe-worthy failures. Through these examples, you'll recognize with a horrifying clarity the mistakes you have been making. Catastrophic failure example, him. Hey, how's it going? Her. Good. You. Him. Good. What are you up to? Her. NM. Just chilling. Analysis. This is a textbook example of digital death. Zero intrigue, zero effort, zero personality. It's a conversation that's going nowhere fast. He's failed to interrupt the pattern, failed to be bold, and failed to personalize the interaction. He is a digital ghost. Glorious victory example, him. Okay, I have to ask. That picture of you with the baby elephant, were you more excited about the elephant or the mud bath? Referencing a specific photo on her profile, her. Haha. Definitely the elephant, though the mud bath was surprisingly fun. That was in Thailand. Have you ever been? Him. Thailand is on my list. I'm more of a jungle trekker myself, though I'm not sure I could handle the spiders. Tell me, did you encounter any eight-legged monsters? Her. Oh my gosh, yes. There was this one huge spider. But I'll save that story for later. Where are you thinking of trekking next? Analysis. This is a masterclass in engagement. He starts with a personalized observation, uses playful humor, and seamlessly transitions to a shared interest travel. He then uses a calculated cliffhanger to ensure she'll be anticipating his next message. He's controlling the frame, building rapport, and creating intrigue. He is a digital conqueror. Remember, this is not about trickery. It's about understanding the underlying principles of human interaction and applying them to the digital realm. It's about being bold, being confident, and being unforgettable. Now go forth and dominate. From digital zero to text game hero, this isn't magic, it's a system. A meticulously crafted, battle-tested system for transforming your digital interactions. Forget the fairy tales of instant success. This is about forging your skills in the fires of relentless practice. I have handed you the blueprints. revealed the armory, sculpted the mindset of a digital conqueror. You now possess the power to shift from a passive observer to an active architect of your digital destiny. The choice, stark and unforgiving, is now laid bare before you. Will you cower in the shadows, a forgotten whisper in the digital wind, or will you rise, a colossus, and claim your rightful dominance? This isn't a passive absorption of knowledge. It's an active, visceral transformation. Implement, practice, refine. Every interaction is a sparring match, every text a calculated thrust, every response a parry and riposte. You will be constantly sharpening that wit, hunting that strategic mind, pushing the boundaries of your digital prowess. That, my friend, is the only path to enduring victory. There is absolutely no room for stagnation, for complacency, for resting on your laurels. There is only growth, relentless expansion, and constant evolution. The digital world, vast and teeming with opportunity, awaits its new ruler. It thirsts for a decisive hand, a commanding presence. Will you answer the call? Will you seize the reins of power and etch your name into the annals of digital legend? The question is not if you can, but will you? Go forth, and I mean go forth now and conquer.